Jerika, Ejercito.
Thank you, hello.
Parang feeling ko na-manifest ko yung magiging friends tayo.
Ay, gusto ko yan.
Kasi nung summer, talagang as in nung nagkita tayo, remember we just met sa hallway.
Yes, and alam mo, tapos we hugged immediately,
Na parang,
Ang tagal na natin
we've
magkakilala.
known each other ng sobrang tagal.
Yes, and I remember you commented on one of my photos and you said, wala, nag-comment si ano. Tapos nag-stinori ko pa, di ba? I was like, wow, napansin niya ako.
Sabi ko, ha? Ganyan siya sa akin. Ako nga yung ganun sa'yo dahil nga, lagi sobrang cute na cute ako sa eldest niya, si Isaiah. He is how old? 8?
He is 8 now.
8 years old. Can you imagine? She's a mother of 5. 5 beautiful children.
Yes.
Pero kasi kinuwento mo na hindi mo dream magkaroon ng big family.
Sa totoo lang, I didn't know what I wanted. So, hindi ko rin na-expect that God would bless me with 5 children. Diba?
Kasi growing up, you have a huge family, di ba?
Yes, extended
Extended.
family.
Parang modern family.
Parang modern family, yes.
Yes.
Oo.
Ilan ang siblings mo?
With my dad, 13. There's 13 of us.
Paano yung life mo growing up na your father is Joseph Estrada era?
For me, normal because I don't know any other way. Diba? For me, yun yung nakagisnan ko. So, that was normal for me. Siguro later on ko na lang na-realize na, ba't parang sikat yata yung daddy ko? Diba? Hindi.
Nung pinanganak ka, active pa ba siya nun sa showbiz or politician na siya?
Both. I think he was still doing movies, tapos mayor yata siya ng San Juan in the 80s, 1985.
So very public na.
Ay, oo. And my mom also, artista.
Active din siya nun sa showbiz
Very
pa?
much active kasi they met doing a movie together.
Yes.
And then my mom had me a few years after that. She was active again, artista ulit siya.
Parang pinakamalaking pagbabago sa buhay mo nung tumakbo yung daddy mo for president, di ba? Kasi ano na yun?
ano na ako.
Nationwide.
Oo, tsaka I was already 13. So, meron na
Nagdadalaga.
Oo, meron na akong, medyo aware na ako sa nangyayari sa paligid ko. But of course, nung nanalo siya, syempre it was a big, for me, di ba? Big moment din. Kasi wow, my dad's the president.
Of the country.
Of the country.
The Philippines.
High school ako noon.
That was also the time na, syempre, pag 13 ka, hindi mo pa kilala yung sarili mo, inaalam mo pa yung mga likes and dislikes mo, yung ano ba yung interest ko sa buhay.
Oo.
Diba?
So, parang medyo bata ka na, teenager pa lang noon eh. Hindi ka pa
Awkward
fully
stage.
blown teenager eh. Both of my dad and my mom went the extra mile to make sure that meron pa rin naiwan privately. Kaya, wala naman nag-artista sa amin at that time.
Oo nga, bakit nga?
Ayaw ng daddy ko.
Pero ikaw, hindi mo rin naisip na gusto mo
Siyempre, at that time, I wanted kasi nakita ko yung mami ko. Sabi niya, there was this one time, I was 5 years old, nakita niya daw, nakaharap ako sa mirror, tapos pinipilit ko raw umiyak.
Gusto mo mag-artista?
Gusto ko mag-artista.
Pero di ba kinuwento mo, you were bullied in school?
That was, later on in life. That was during the impeachment. So I was around 16.
No, they were calling you Jasmine.
Yes, because of my weight. Chubby.
Ang ganda kasi ng mukha niya. Tinatawag daw siya na Princess Jasmine.
Pinalobong Jasmine.
Yun ang tawag sa'yo sa school.
Kasi I was chubby.
Nung bata.
Oo, chubby ako. Well,
hanggang
ngayon
age?
din naman, but
No, 5 kids naman.
After 5 kids. I think I was chubby from the time I was a kid hanggang mga 15. Kasi 15, nag-start na akong mag-gym, gusto ko na pumayat. Super self-conscious na ako noon. And our generation, di ba, yung generation natin, yan sila Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, yung sobrang...
Si Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, yung sobrang
papayat.
thin.
Oo. But how was it like nung naging president yung daddy mo? Kasi presidential daughter ka na eh. Kamusta yung experience na yun? Pinanood mo ba yung First Daughter? Yung mga movie nila Katie
naman,
Holmes?
yes, oo. Siyempre,
Nakarelate ka ba?
There were perks. There were perks. Yung nakasakay ka ng ang Pangulo,
PSG.
yung may PSG. Diba? Pero very young kasi, so hindi ko naman siya
Nagagrasp.
masyadong na-absorb and hindi ko naman, I did not take full advantage of the situation at that time.
Bago mangyari yung impeachment ng daddy mo, May information na ba kayo that it was going to happen?
We knew that something was wrong, but we didn't know that it was going to go that far.
Akala nyo parang,
Kala namin that, that it will blow over, ganon. We didn't know that it was going to escalate that fast and that bad. So parang yun yung we were not expecting it.
you were 16 years old, pinanood mo ba yung impeachment? Kasi tinutukan ng buong Pilipinas yun, year 2000.
Yes, I watched it. I think, we watched it.
Was it painful for you to see?
It was painful. It was painful kasi 16 na ako nun, so I was very much aware of my surroundings. Tsaka, yun na, doon ako talaga na mas nabully sa school to the point na I had to stop going to school kasi sobra na yung pangbubully, di ba? And most of the schools at that time were encouraged to join
Rally?
Oo. Yung mga brothers ko and my nephews received yung circular, di ba? And
So, nag-stop kayong lahat sa school?
yes, oo, we stopped. And I remember also...
Ano yung turning point, ba't ka nag-stop sa school? Ano yung bullying na ginawa na nila?
Nagra-rally na sila sa labas ng classroom. Tsaka sinusundan nila ako na magnanakaw tatay mo. Or anak ng magnanakaw, yung talagang kahit saan ka pumunta, susundan ka nila. Tapos they were wearing yung black na ribbon, ganyan.
Ang ginagawa mo pag ginaganon ka sa school?
Wala, iyak. Nagtatago sa banyo.
Sinasabi mo yun sa mami mo?
At that time, no, kasi parang ayoko nang makadagdag sa nangyayari sa parents ko. I just told them na I cannot go to school anymore.
Pumayag sila?
Yes, at that time, yes.
So, how was the household nung time na nangyayari yun?
Chaos. And I think my brothers and I had to cope in our own way. Kasi syempre, hindi din nila alam yung gagawin nila my parents at that time. So parang as much as they could, they tried to shield us away from what was happening.
The best way they could.
The best way they could. And it was also around that time that I got disillusioned with God. Kasi at that time, my mom was still attending a Catholic church at that time. Tapos I remember one time nag-church kami, yung priest, yung homily was about my dad. So, my mom had to just hold our hands and we had to stand up and leave the church with everyone staring at us, diba? So, at that time, parang naisip ko, kahit si God galit sa amin. Kahit si Lord, iniwan na kami.
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go. So,
everybody was against.
even the church. Kasi at the time, very complicated din yung spiritual journey namin. I was a Christian once, tapos naging Catholic, tapos pag ganun kasi kami noon. So, at that time, we were Catholic, and at that time, I really felt that wala na kaming kakampi, pati si Lord, niwan na kami. Abandoned. So, yun talaga, doon na nag-start yung
So, hindi ka na nag-pray noon?
Di na. Ayoko na.
What did you feel when your dad left Malacanang? Kasi it was televised, everyone was watching it.
Scared, and I felt so sad for him. Naawa ako sa kanya. But at that time, kasi we just had to cope on our own, deal with it. It was too much for me at that time, emotionally
At
and
16.
mentally. Hindi ko kasi naiintindihan masyado.
at 16.
Gulong-gulo lang ako, tapos yung nangyari sa church, tapos yung my own personal issues, yung sa family, di ba? Hindi naman normal yung family namin. There was just so many things that I could not process all at the same time. Di ba? Tapos yun na nga yung pagiging public figure ng daddy ko, ng mami ko. It was just too much. Nung 16 ako.
You left?
My parents decided to send me away before I turned 17. Dahil ang gulo na dito. To protect me. To protect me, they sent me away. I know their intentions were really good, but sending a 16-year-old girl
To London?
To London, yes. who is very much unstable, emotionally unstable,
Came from a traumatic experience.
came from a traumatic experience, was a train wreck waiting to happen. Diba? Kasi
London.
it was my first time away from family. Hindi mo on my own. I had, family, friends there, pero iba yung hindi ka pa buo. Tapos,
Lumabas ka na sa world.
Oo. I think what happened to my dad, collateral damage kami. Wala akong sinisisi doon. I'm just explaining what happened to
Yeah,
me.
this is your personal
My
experience.
experience na it made me hard. Made me hard, it made me angry. Kasi feeling ko, lahat ng tao galit sa amin. So I always have to be defensive.
Yun ang naging defense mechanism
Oo,
mo.
kasi feeling ko, yung pag-taunt sa akin nung nabully ako, hindi na naalis sa akin. So I was always scared, always.
Fight mode.
Fight mode.
Kasi di ba
Always
dalawa
fight.
yan? Ang
Fight or
bata, fight or flight. So ang naging effect sa'yo?
Fight.
Fight mode ka.
Fight. Always defensive. And it manifested in all of my friendships, relationships. When you go through trauma, you need to process it, di ba? Kailangan walang ganon. Walang ganon. And here, my mom was really scared na pag may kinausap ako, baka, machismis, di ba?
Oo.
You cannot, kasi we were so scared at that time. Sobrang guarded.
Hindi mo na alam kung sino ito trust mo after what
Yes,
happened
Yes.
to your family, to your
Yes.
father.
So the 9 years that I spent away was just me coping poorly.
When you say poorly, what did you do?
Cheap thrills. Things that will numb my pain. Partying.
Vices.
Friends. Boyfriends.
Pa-cool era.
Pa-cool! Siyempre,
Yan ang mga pa-cool teenager
wala pa yung parents ko doon, di ba?
Pa-cool talaga.
Oo.
Wala akong pinagdaanan. Okay
Wala.
ako, cool ako.
Party.
Nasa London ako.
Yes. Even pag umuwi ako dito, party pa rin, di ba? Kasi once a year lang uuwi, party pa rin. So anything and everything that will deflect or numb what I was feeling inside. Yung feeling na worthlessness, yung feeling na you're just at a loss. Hindi mo talaga alam kung saan ka pupunta, kung sino ka.
Sino ka?
Oo.
Yun ang pinakamahirap, di mo alam kung sino
sino ka.
Kasi pag di mo alam kung sino ka, kung ano yung sabihin sa'yo ng tao, isipin mo
Tagos
ganun
na
ka.
tagos. So, lahat ng opinions na naririnig ko sa labas really affects me. Kasi wala ako I was empty.
So they were defining you. Tapos kung ano yung dinidefine nila sa'yo, inisip mo ganun ako.
And also, you have to remember, yung family situation namin, di naman din
Normal.
normal.
Para kayo
Nangyayari.
nasa aquarium eh.
Yeah. Yes.
Tapos lahat may opinion about your life.
Yes. Kaya nga I never had the chance to know who I was at that time. 'Di ba? Yung identity ko nakasalalay sa itsura ko or sa katawan ko, 'di ba?
Anak ni Era, anak nila Arnie. Kailan ka umuwi ng Pilipinas?
After 9 years, so that was 2011.
So what was your state at that time? Wala pa rin.
Wala. Ganun pa rin.
Lost pa rin.
Lost pa rin. That was 9 years plus, so mga 12 years akong ganun.
Yung lost. Pero nung time na yun, hindi mo alam na lost ka. Feeling mo lang.
Party lang.
Oh, confident lang ako.
Yes.
I can handle this.
Oo, but I was spiraling na. Alam mo yun, syempre you take something, pag you continue taking it, kailangan mo bigger dose, ganyan. Or if you drink almost every day, kailangan
Mas heavier.
Di ba?
Para
Ganun
manam yung
cycle
pain.
na cycle na siya, di ba?
Pero nabasa ko yun, na people are not really addicted to drugs and alcohol. They are addicted to escaping the pain and escaping reality.
Numbing the pain.
That's what you're addicted to because the pain is too much to bear in reality. So you need something that can be your scapegoat. Kasi pag high or pag tipsy, hindi mo na-feel yung pain.
You are escaping the emotions that you are not able to process. I wanted to kill myself na. I felt lost and undeserving of the privileges that I have na feeling ko, tinatapon ko, na hindi ko maintindihan why I hate myself so much. Yung worthlessness na nararamdaman ko na siguro sinasabi ng mga tao, ano ba yan? She has everything. Tapos, may depressed pa siyang nalalaman.
Did you also feel like the reason why you hated yourself is because you felt like everybody in the Philippines hated you and the
That
whole family?
plays a part. Oo.
So, hinate mo na rin yung self mo?
Yes. Oo. Kasi
Hindi mo wala ng love?
wala na eh. Tsaka nandun yung anger and fear. Fear. At tuwing lalabas ka, hindi mo alam kung anti-Arab ba o pro-Arab yung kausap mo. Alam mo yun, di ba?
Umatid ba ito ng EDSA 2? Ano
di
ba?
ba? Hindi mo na alam eh. Hindi mo alam. So,
hirap.
and na-ingrain na siya sa mind ko eh. So I was operating in a very anxious and very fearful state.
You were operating in fear.
Oo.
Hindi, di ba, you should always operate in love. But at that time, because you didn't know better and you've been through so much, you were operating in fear. So there's so much anxiety.
I cannot give anything good because there was nothing good within me. Feeling ko pabigat na ako noon.
Tapos, you got pregnant.
I met
The father
of
of
Isaiah. You know, you attract who you
You
are.
attract who you are.
Oo.
Totoo yan, sinabi ni Brother Bo yan.
Yes.
You attract who you are.
We were equally broken.
The
That
father.
relationship was really bad for the both of us because there are some people na you meet that will bring the best in you, bring out the best in you or the worst. Unfortunately, that relationship brought out the absolute worst in the both of us. Pareho namin kasalanan yon because we were both broken. So we were me and him against the world at that time.
Kasi, di ba, daddy's girl ka. Hindi niya approve yung relationship na yun.
Yes, and I had Isaiah out of wedlock.
Yeah.
Out of wedlock. So that was very painful sa kanya.
So, paano mo
Oo.
sinabi sa kanya that you
I
were pregnant?
had to. 5 months pregnant na yata ako and I told him. Then after that, hindi na kami nag-usap for a year.
Oh, masakit yun kasi kung daddy's girl ka, di ba? Tapos hindi ka kinakausap ng daddy mo.
Yes, 1 year kami hindi nag-usap. He was very much heartbroken. Diba? I had to somehow be okay.
Be
for
strong
the-
na naman.
Be strong
Pasad.
na naman, diba?
Pasad na naman na kaya ka to.
Oo, ganun na naman, diba? Plus, the toxic relationship that I was in. Alam mo, ganun ulit. Ang dami na naman na things na hindi ko na naman ma-process. Diba?
Kasi hormonal, something's growing inside of
so,
you.
My life has been like that. Yung puro chaos upon chaos upon chaos na laging hindi ko naintindihan, hindi ko kayang i-process. Na external, alam mo yon. So, wala akong time na ma-figure out on my own.
Feeling ko kaya na-attract mo yung chaos on the external because it was so chaotic on the internal.
Internal. Correct.
Nagkakagulo sa loob, confused,
Confused.
scared.
Yes.
Oo.
Tapos, nung kay Isaiah, before kasi noon, nag-therapy na ako nung after I tried to take my life. So, nag-therapy na ako noon na...
You felt like you needed help.
Yes. And I went against my mom's wishes. Ayaw niya kasing magpa-therapy because she was scared nga na baka lumabas, ganyan. But sabi ko, I have to do this if I want to live. So, before pa ako nabuntis, nagte-therapy na ako noon. Religiously. For 2 years.
Sa therapy ba lumabas na you were diagnosed with PTSD?
Yes, oo. Oo, depression, ganyan. But I was very...
PTSD is
post-traumatic stress disorder.
So, nakatulong ba yung therapy while you were going through it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Kasi di ba there's this book, yung A Man's Search for Meaning. Yung
Viktor
Frankl, di ba? Yung theory niya na...
He survived the Holocaust.
He survived the Holocaust. Tapos yung theory niya na human is parang we need to find meaning. If you don't have meaning, you will numb yourself with pleasures. Yung sinabi niya, di ba? So, during therapy, yun na yung tumatak sa akin na I need to find my meaning.
Purpose. Bakit
diba?
ako nandito?
Kasi yun yung wala.
Oo.
This whole time. Diba, feeling ko undeserving ako. I'm so privileged. I know that. I grew up very privileged and I'm super grateful. Kaya lang dumating sa point na I felt I did not deserve it because wala naman akong contribution kahit saan. Diba? So I felt very worthless. So in therapy, dun ko na-realize na you have to find your why.
Why?
Your why.
Why you're here, why you're living.
Oo. Then, yun na, Isaiah came.
You got pregnant.
After that,
So parang siya yung ano,
siya yung naging why.
siya yung naging why.
Kumbaga, di ba sabi ko kanina, I felt really worthless. When I gave birth to Isaiah, sabi ko, I may not deserve the best in life anymore, but my son deserves my best.
Nung after dumating si Isaiah, yan ba yung naghiwalay na kayo ng father niya?
Yes, 2
It
years
was
later.
your decision that you wanted to give Isaiah the life that he deserves.
Yes. Yes. Because like I said, we brought out the worst in each other. The worst.
So it was your decision.
Oo. Hindi ko siya sinisisi because I played the part. So I think we're just better off separated for the sake of our son.
Eh kasi nagkaroon ka na ng awakening.
Oo. Nagkaroon ako ng awakening.
So you separated and then you became a single parent.
Yes.
For how long yun?
For about 1.5 years. Pero nung naghiwalay kami, ano na ako nun, contented na ako na sabi ko, Lord, if this is your will for me, tatanggapin ko na I'll be a single parent forever.
Ah, really?
Oo.
Nag-ano ka na? Nag-devote ka na ito na yung life mo?
Yes, me, Isaiah, and the Lord.
Saan mo nahanap si Lord sa process?
As always, Jesus is always the last option. Ano yun? Tatry mo muna lahat. Tatry mo yung astrology, tatry mo yung philosophy, tatry mo yung, di ba? He's always the last option. Parang at that time, sige na nga, I'll give this a try. Again. Kasi Christian before, nag-backslide, ganyan. I'll give this a go again. Pero I'll give it my best. Andun ako sa point na lalaban ako eh. Di ba?
Kasi hinahanap mo na yung meaning eh.
Oo eh.
Dito na sa Isaiah, kailangan may meaning.
So how, naging proactive ako sa therapy, naging proactive ako sa faith ko. Yun. So doon din ako ulit, I renewed my faith, I took it seriously.
Kasi 1.5 years lang.
Oo.
May dumating.
May dumating. May dumating.
Unexpected blessing na
Unexpected,
was
yeah.
meant for you pala talaga.
Super unexpected yun. Tsaka, during the time kasi na naghiwalay kami, nung single mama ko, doon na talaga nagbago yung concept ko about suffering, about being alone. Alam mo, yung feeling ko, doon ako pinrepare ni God for what I have now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. Everything was a preparation for your life today.
Kasi it was so dark. Alam mo yun, it was so dark again. Yung when that relationship did not work, parang I failed again. I did not just fail myself, I failed my son. Di ba nga, sabi nga sa kay James, yung consider it pure joy when you go through suffering. Sabi ko, tama ba itong nabasa ko? Did he just say, consider it joy?
To suffer?
To suffer? Alam mo yun, di ba yung mga ganun, di ba? Tapos,
Why?
hindi ko naiintindihan. Tapos yung sinabi pa, ito pa yung sinabi ni Paul, yung 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take this away from me. Di ba? Yung thorn sa flesh niya, di ba? Tapos sabi niya, but he said, my grace is sufficient because my power is made perfect in your weakness. And therefore, I will delight in insult, in hardship, persecutions, difficulties, for when I am weak, I am strong. Yung mga gano'n, alam mo ba?
Ano to? Mind blown.
Mind blown. Upon mind blown, sabi ko, Lord, ito ba talaga yung way mo? Kasi yung sinasabi ko sa'yo kanina, di ba? Yung, hindi ko alam kung sino ko eh. Kaya, follow, ano lang ako,
Go with the flow.
Kung go with the flow, ano gusto mo?
Pa-cool lang tayo lagi. Cool lang.
Cool lang.
ang
Follow
imaging natin.
whatever makes you happy.
Kung ano uso, sabay ako dyan.
Go with the flow lang. But dun ko lang naintindihan yung importance of being rooted. Kasi hindi ka na...
May foundation.
May foundation. At saka yung identity mo secured. Kilala mo na kung sino ka in Christ. Yun yung nagbago when naging single mama ko.
So when you met your husband, anong state mo na nun?
I was not expecting anything when I met him. Pero Like I told you kanina, I think it was more of timing na with both of us. He was ready to settle down and I knew what I want. For the first time in my life, kilala ko na kung sino ako. I knew what I wanted. Meron na akong mga non-negotiables. Most especially,
May boundaries?
May boundaries. And I had to think of my son. So meron na akong, alam ko na, if you can't give this to me, no.
No. Sabi mo, alam mo na kung ano yung gusto mo. What did you want at that time?
I wanted someone who will bring me closer to God, number one. And number two, I want a good father for my son.
That's what you wanted.
I was ready for the small things.
You had the big things eh.
Growing up, I had the extravagant things.
The lifestyle.
Oo. I wanted a simple.
You're ready for the small things.
Oo.
Tapos ka na sa big things. Na-experience mo na yun eh. Traveled the world.
Oo. Gusto ko na yung simple, na meaningful.
Gigising ka, may asawa ka.
Na mahal
andun yung
ka,
anak mo,
na...
kakain kayo sabay.
Oo, na secured ka. Secured ka sa sarili mo.
Oo, the house is not a battlefield.
Oo, kasi
wala nang...
he cannot give you security eh.
Oo.
Sa'yo yun eh. He can also not... And hindi na ako... I was happy na with the Lord. So, hindi ko na dinidemand yun sa Kanya na you have to make me happy.
Oo. Tama.
My happiness is with the Lord. My security is with the Lord. With or without you, I'm okay, but I choose to be with you.
Yes.
Ganun na yung mindset ko ron. Siguro, ang difference lang this time is, it was an easy kind of love. Walang struggles.
Hindi crazy in love.
Hindi crazy. Hindi crazy.
Hindi ako din, nung nag-asawa ko,
Hindi falling.
It's not crazy in love. It's calm in love.
Yeah.
Tahimik, no?
Oo, yung simpleng-simple lang, tahimik lang. Hindi siya yung passion na, di ba?
Can't live without each other.
Oo, di ba? Na parang you and him, hindi na ganun eh.
Wala nang you and me against the world.
Hindi, oo. It was easy. It was calm. And he brought out the best in me.
Oh.
Girl, yung 5 anak ko, by God's grace na lang yan. Di ba? Because knowing how broken my past is, binigyan ako ng 5 anak.
So when you look at your children, what do you see?
A slice of heaven.
How would you describe your journey?
Hard, long, worth it.